Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel Education Society managed RNG Patel Institute of Technology, previously known as FETR, is one of Gujarat's leading institute based in Bardoli. The institute is recognized by AICTE and affiliated to Gujarat Technological University. The institute was established in the year 2010. The institute has 5 engineering streams: chemical engineering, civil engineering, computer science and engineering, electrical engineering, and mechanical engineering. The institute has 7 departments, including science and humanities and workshop. The institute has dynamic curriculum, robust and talented pool of faculty members, and state-of-the-art infrastructure in all the departments. It is well known for imparting quality education, active research, and also nurturing students for holistic development achieved through student engagement tools like continuous evaluation, practical-oriented learning, departmental electives, soft skills development, and many more. Recently, RNGPIT has started AICTE approved and Gujarat Technological University affiliated 3 years industry-oriented graduation program, Bachelor of Vocation on Skill Development Based Higher Education. The institute has 3 BVOC courses: BVOC in Software Development, BVOC in Production Technology, and BVOC in Refrigeration and Air Conditioning. The institute has organized 144 expert talks, 165 industrial visits, 90 workshops, 76 seminars, 32 STTPs, and 20 faculty development programs till today. The institute is proud of its academic results. RNGPIT is continuously securing top rank at state level and zone level in Gujarat Technological University. India's first Common Engineering Facility Center, governed by Setu Foundation, is being developed at our college campus. The institute has signed MOU with UGEC PowerMax Private Limited Vadodara for skill development, industrial training in wind energy, with Aspiring Minds Gurgaon for the job placement, for Trivedi Global Education Mumbai for the guidance of higher education in abroad, with E-Yantra IIT Mumbai for the development of robotic laboratory, and with Reliance Jio for the development of recruitment and training center in the field of ICT. Training and placement cell of the institute is active and alive. RNGPIT has organized 2 job fairs in the association with Directorate of Employment and Training, Government of Gujarat, and NG Patel Polytechnic. The institute has organized 2 IT job fair in the association with Surat IT Company Owners Association, SICO Surat. The institute has started SSIP cell for development of innovative projects and patent generation. Various projects done by our students have been presented at National International Expo and Enclaves. RNGPIT has established NPTEL local chapter for various online courses provided by IITs. Institute has run various skill development courses free of cost under Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana approved by National Skill Development Corporation. RNGPIT has developed Hansaben B. Poonawalla Vocational Training and Research Center with 14 advanced, well-equipped laboratories. The institute has developed Tinkering Lab with the Association of Student Startup and Innovation Policy Cell, Gujarat State, in which students can enhance their knowledge in the field of IoT, robotics, artificial intelligence, 3D printing, calligraphy, and many more. The Chemical Engineering Department of RNGPIT is recognized as Schedule 1 Environmental Auditor by Gujarat Pollution Control Board Gandhinagar since 2012. The institute has around 40 industries allotted by GPCB for their audit work. NABL accredited Environmental Audit Consultancy Laboratory and Civil Material Testing Laboratory of the institute have acquired ISO 9001-2015 certification. There are many achievements done by faculties and awarded by gold medals. Every year, students have been facilitated with gold medals.
Hi, I'm Zenia Manchiani and I'm a software engineer in Silicon Valley. I did my master's in computer science from California State University, Sacramento, and I did my bachelor's of engineering in computer science from FETR, which now known as RNGPIT. I have been asked to share my thoughts on a few key areas. So the first one was the campus life. So I can definitely say it was both fun and studies. Studies in the sense that we had to prepare for Viva, GDU exams, and for writing assignments. And another thing is the fun part was that we used to have two kind of activities. Like one is the Vishwa Smoothie, which I personally liked the most because it was of both, combination of both gaming activities and coding. And another one is the Kashish. So in that dancing, singing, so and other cultural activities too. So it was very much enjoyable.
The institute has been awarded with the Appreciation Award for Green Campus at Energy Expo by South Gujarat Productivity Council. In our campus, more than 3,000 trees plantation and 194 number of solar panels with 65 kilowatt capacity for utilization of energy. Students are given full facilities of library with the collection of around 15,000 volumes, 4,000 titles, 30 national and international journals, and 30 magazines. The institute provides facility of book bank and digital library to the students. The canteen facility is situated within the college campus. All type of hygienic meals and snacks are available at subsidized rate. Our institute provides hostel facilities for our college students. Vishwa Smruti, Cultural Festival Kashish, Sports Week, outbound training, and festival celebrations are carried out for students' welfare and growth. RNG Patel Institute of Technology strongly believes in all-round development of the students who can shape the better future. Good afternoon, all. I, Karan Bhatt, on behalf of RNG Patel Institute of Technology, welcoming all the participants in this today's online webinar, Machine Learning Using Python. Today, we have our expert, Mr. Nihar Sukhadia. He is the young technocrat in the field of computer science and engineering. He has done his BTech in CSE from Mallareddy Engineering College, Hyderabad. He has worked as an intern at Microsoft. He is being placed in Value Momentum with 5 lakh per annum package as software engineer in digital and data. Even he has been selected by Wipro, TCS, and Sinsa IT too. He is AI practitioner, Microsoft Technology Associate, and currently working in the field of machine learning. And today we have our expert panel member in which our head of department of computer science and engineering, Dr. Madhvi Desai, is with us. Madam has the experience in the field of academic, is 13 years, and ma'am has published 15 papers in the field of machine learning, and her 8 papers are going to publish in now onwards days. So I'm welcoming Mr. Nihar Sukhadia and Dr. Madhvi Desai in this particular webinar. And now I'm handling this entire session to Mr. Nihar Sukhadia. Before that, Dr. Madhvi Desai is going to say something regarding today's session. Machine learning using Python is actually beneficial for UG and PhD students also. So, ma'am, please kindly give your comment on today's webinar.
Thank you, Karan sir, for actually organizing this type of webinar, machine learning using Python. It is actually, we can say, this is the time we all should know machine learning with Python, because in each and every area, we can go with the, for example, if I'm going with the application of any social media, if I'm going with the application of I'm clicking on a particular advertisement. Okay, if I'm going with the traveling company, or right now whatever all the application app we are using, all are having the use of machine learning. So that is the most important thing. And if you are going with the machine learning, then you should know the knowledge of the Python. Then you can give your best. So that's really great, and I'm happy that we have an young technocrat as an expert in this today's webinar. So again, I'm welcoming Nihar Sukhadia. So he is going to, I think, explain the live applications of the machine learning. Okay, and then we may have some panel discussion. So I request all the viewers, if you have any type of query and if you want to start with the machine learning using Python, you can write your query. We will try our best to answer your questions. So thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am. And now, entire session is being handled by Mr. Nihar Sukhadia. So, Nihar, now it's up to you. So, thank you for being with us. And
thank you, Karan sir and Bhargavi ma'am, for giving me such a wonderful opportunity. So, I can just a minute, yeah. Okay. So, my topic is machine learning with Python. Why I chose this topic and everything was told priorly by Bhargavi ma'am. So that's good to know that. And now I want to continue with the content, and I want to give the basic idea to the people who are totally new in the field of machine learning and artificial intelligence. So this webinar is helpful for those all people who want to be in the field of machine learning. So my today's agenda. So today I'm going to discuss about what is machine learning, because as we are going to be in the field of machine learning, we must know about machine learning, that what is machine learning, why we use machine learning, how machine learning works actually. So, and what is machine learning workflow, and the types of machine learning. And as in the title, in the name of the webinar, in the title itself is mentioned that uh, with Python. So what is the advantage of using Python, especially in Python in machine learning? So this everything in brief we are going to cover, so that like if any unknown person and if any new enthusiastic want to be in the field of machine learning, can get a good guidelines for that. So first we'll start with what is machine learning. Okay, so machine learning is like, there are many definitions. See, in the field of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and everything, there is not single definition. There are many definitions. Like in general, I can say that machine learning is a study of computer algorithms that improves automatically through experience. So for that, I'm considering an example of a small kid. When a kid get born in our family, so we are training our kid, like how our kid should work and how our kid should walk and how our kid should walk, talk. So based on that, our kid will start learning. What it does is, it will recognize what we are acting, how we are walking, how we are talking. Based on that, our kid will learn how to walk and talk. So this is nothing but our humanistic process of machine learning. Like how machine learns, like how a small baby learns, likewise only machine learning learns, like our computer learns. That is called machine learning. So why we use machine learning? There are there are many advantages and there are many applications of machine learning. Initially, I will take a small example. See, generally, in this session, I will not give much definition. See, because many people are unknown to machine learning and they does not know all the definitions exactly. So that is the reason mostly I will focus on applications which you all are using. So So if you are using that application, so and if I tell the purpose of using that particular technology for that application will be very helpful for all of you. So okay, uh, nowadays all of us are using payment gateways and credit card, debit card, Paytm, Google Pay, any of them. So using these, we already know that it is not 100% safe, right? When we are using everything like this, it is not 100% safe. At that point of time, if we are using machine learning algorithm, like if we want to, generally also if we want to provide security for the users, so for that we can make availability like what we say, we can have a person, we can have an employee with us, so that employee will take care of this all. So on rather than hiring employees, so if a project is small, if an application is small, so if we are hiring one or two employees, it work out. But if a project is big, let us consider an example of PayPal. Nowadays many people are using worldwide PayPal for online transaction. So for that, if we are maintaining safety, if we want to maintain security, it is not easy to hire that much manpower. Okay, so for that purpose, if we are making use of machine learning algorithm, what machine learning algorithm does is, when any unknown person is trying to fraud the people who holds the credit card, debit card account, when any person tries like that, it automatically detects that a person is going to fraud, a person is going to be cheated. So at that point in time, it will notify to the team who is taking care of that particular project. So just by that algorithm, it requires, for any big project, it requires a small team to perform like that. So for that purpose, we are making use of machine learning algorithm. So now that is what, like, why we make use of machine learning. So I think some of you, like many of you, sounded like, oh, it is interesting. So I think that you all are curious to know that how it works. So how machine learning works. So there are two phases. First phase is learning phase, and another phase is prediction phase. So learning phase is like, it has total three stages. Those are like reprocessing, learning, and testing. So don't worry about this. I will be explaining what is pre-processing, learning, and testing. So here, first I will focus on pre-processing. Uh, Now we are living in the 21st century, and digitalization is going on worldwide. So that we require a lot. We are already maintaining a huge amount of data. So if we do not have any kind of data, we are useless in this century, in this generation. So we must maintain a proper data. Once we have data, then we can think for machine learning. We can think for learning. See, when a baby, as I told previously, a baby observes or walking and talking. So that is nothing but data for him. Like how a person is walking and talking is nothing but data. So that data he gets us. So even the kid is observing the data, even the kid is taking the data, then why not machine? As we are human, we have six, seven sense, but like it's not like a person, machine, computer is machine. So for that purpose, we must have data, proper data with us. So for that thing, for performing pre-processing, we must have data, and we have to identify depending upon the requirement. See, as I told, a kid observes walking and talking, not everything. So what are the required parameters in the data? We have to provide all those required parameter to the machine. And this particular phase is can be called as, not is called as, but can be called as pre-processing stage. So once our data is pre-processed, we have our requirements. So based on that, we go to the step of learning. So what is learning? Learning is machine learning. there are types of learning. I will continue with that in further sessions. But at that time, what learning is, whatever the machine learning algorithms are there, based on that algorithm, machine will get trained. And in the testing phase, the machine will test whether the machine is trained by machine learning algorithm, so whether it is working properly or not. That is called as testing. So this phase is like learning phase. So coming to the next phase of machine learning working, it is like we have new data. Okay, we have as already I told, new data is there. We have our trained model. Trained model is nothing but algorithm, implemented algorithm. So based on that, it predicts the results. Like as we are seeing weather forecasting by Google. So what it does is, no one can say with 100% accuracy. So it predicts that whether it rains or it will be sunny. So that will be the prediction, and that predicted data will be recorded for the further uses. So for this is a working strategy of machine learning. Okay, yeah. So coming to the workflow of machine learning. Okay, so what is machine learning workflow? See, as I told that how machine learning works. So based on that, generally some of you all have idea like how the machine learning workflow will be. So if you are not wrong, let's verify. Okay. So first, what we do is define objective. What is define objective is gathering the requirements. I have these requirements. I am gathering that requirements, and based on that, I will go to the next stage, that is preparing the data. I will prepare my data to fulfill my requirements, and I will give that data to the engineer who is going to train my model, who is going to perform the algorithm on my data. So that the project team will collect the data from the client or particular person who gives the contract to the project team, right? So based on the data, how the data is, the developers identifies how a particular data is and what kind of algorithm can be used to satisfy the objective of the client. So based on that, it selects the algorithm, and after that it performs the training on the model. So based on the algorithm, every algorithm will have a particular strategy of working. So based on that, it will train the model. So once the model is trained, it will test whether it is working properly or not. So likewise, it performs the machine learning, and it predicts the output as per the requirements of the client. See, one more thing I want to add is, see, we are training machine. Being a human being, we cannot perform everything with 100% accuracy. So we cannot expect that our machine should work with 100% accuracy. So the purpose I am telling this is, none of the machine learning algorithm is available with 100% accuracy. Okay, we must have to keep this in mind. We are performing machine learning, so we will not get 100% result, but we can achieve 95% accuracy depending upon the algorithm and requirement. So now generally you all are like, what is machine learning? What is machine learning? He told like how it works and everything. So now I want to tell the types of machine learning. So generally there are three types of machine learning algorithms. So first is supervised learning, another is unsupervised learning, and third one is reinforcement learning. So I will be describing what is supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning with the examples and with the list of the name of the algorithms which are being used for that particular category. Okay. So now first is supervised learning. Okay, so what is supervised learning? Supervised learning is when supervisor supervises yeah. So what is supervised learning? Supervised learning is once we have our data, based on the data, uh, there will be column names will be there. So those are like label. Suppose I have one data of attendance. So in that like I'm having the data of a college class. In that there will be the name, age, roll number of the students. So this name, roll number, age, this all things will be called as label. So when we want to perform machine learning on labeled data, for that purpose, we make use of supervised learning. So coming to the supervised learning, there are another two types. First one is classification and regression. So what is classification? So classification is concerned with building models that separate data into distinct classes. So what it does is it classifies the data in distinct classes. So when suppose there are different it performs a categorization on the data, I can say that. So based on that, suppose you want to take decision in this slide, you are observing a guy with the decision of yes or no. So what exactly classification does is displayed in this diagram. It machine identifies whether you should take the decision or not. Okay, you should answer yes or no. Okay, so that is classification. Now I'm going to give some examples of algorithms, some list of algorithm. There are plenty of algorithms available in machine learning, but for the initiation I am going to give you the names like decision tree algorithm, support vector machine algorithm. And because why I'm telling this algorithm is for initial purpose, these algorithms are enough for starting. See, now coming to the regression. What is regression? I think all of us are watching cricket match, right? So in cricket match, we all are observing the graphs of the cricketer scores. If India is playing the match, so how many teams, how many match India won and how many lost, with whom they lost, with whom we won. So this everything will be classified in different graphs. So for that purpose, we make use of regressions. So it can be like it predicts a continuous output value. Okay, because see we are playing continuously match continuously. So for that purpose we make use of graphs to display to the uh, viewers. So for that purpose we make use of regression type of supervised learning. So there is a simple basic algorithm that is phone करे हरामी. Okay, so that is called recreation. For that there are two, basically I'm going to give algorithm names. Okay, and don't worry, I just gave names, it doesn't mean that I'm not going to describe anything on that. I will give some example, I will give some hints, and I will give some steps on that. Okay, so that is in regression there is linear regression and polynomial regression. There is another called as logistic regressions. So these all are supervised learning algorithms. So coming to, initially I'm going to give example of one classification algorithm. So in that I'm going to make use of classification algorithm, that is uh, the decision tree classification. See, generally there are students in the class. Okay, in that all are combined, boys and girls both are combined. So we have to identify who is boy and who is girl. So for that purpose, we enter data of every boy and girl, each and every member of the class in the machine, and for based on that, we train the model. So suppose we are giving a face of a boy, and we are specifying a particular column as value as boy in the data. So for that purpose, based on that, it trains the model and it predicts the new data, and then it classifies whether who is boy and who is girl, and it gives output to the users. See, this slide clearly mentions how machine learning is. This is what the beauty of machine learning. How we are taking decisions the same likewise a machine is able to take the decision. So coming to the next, I'm taking making, like, let's take a task of weekend plan. We have a weekend plan, we are going to visit any place with our parents. So we are deciding, like, whether to watch movie or not. Okay, for that, suppose there is a rainy season going on. Okay, so if we are identifying, see, this is how decision tree works. It creates the tree of each and every activity. See, there is a parent's will. If if parent visits at their home, then the family will go for a movie. Suppose the parents does not visit to their home, so for that, at that point of time, they will have a look on the weather, whether it is a rainy weather or sunny weather. So if rainy weather is there, we cannot we cannot go out. We must be staying. Otherwise, they can play tennis. So this is how kids can plan their activity when their parents visit, and if their parents does not visit, they can plan by using machine learning also. So so this is another beauty of machine learning. Okay, so that was classification. In that, uh, I have give you idea of decision tree classification algorithm. So now I'm going to give you idea of linear regression algorithm. So in linear regression, what it does is it collects the data. Based on the data, it trains the model. See, we are going for machine learning means model training will be there for sure. So at that point of time, we are training the model and predict the model. And if our prediction is not up to the mark, then we can make use of new data. If our predict and otherwise, we can create a new data also. And based on that, output will be given to the user. Okay, is it fine? So this is how our linear regression works, and this is one of the example. Okay, as I told, I'm going to give example, a lot of examples. Okay, so in this, I want, suppose I am planning to buy a house. I have budget of rupees 8 lakhs. So I am predicting using the linear regression algorithm by providing the locality where I am looking for my house, and by providing my budget, what is my budget. So based on that, my locality and my budget, it gives me suggestions how much size of my house will be, how much can I afford, how much big house I can buy. So this everything will be predicted automatically by this linear regression algorithm. Okay, so this was about our supervised learning. So coming to the next point, that is unsupervised learning. So for supervised learning, we have make use of this labeled data. So if we do not have any labeled data, and still if we want to perform machine learning, so for that purpose, we make use of unsupervised learning. Okay, so for that purpose, we are making use of unsupervised learning. So our data is in unsupervised learning, our data is unlabeled. So that kind of data can be called as raw data. we are collecting raw data from the clients, we are we are pre-processing, and we are training model based on the algorithm for that raw data, and we are predicting the result. See, this slide clearly shows the beauty of unsupervised learning. See, in this webinar, I have represented everything in such a way that by seeing the picture itself, any unknown person can get idea how a machine learning works and how its beauty, how much is beautiful it is. Okay, so that is unsupervised learning. Now there are two types of unsupervised learning. One is clustering and another one is association. Okay, for association we can call it as association rule mining also. And clustering is used for analyzing and grouping data which does not include pre-labeled class or even a class attribute at all. Pre-labeled class, there is no label, which means that, so without labeling, it performs the clustering using the algorithms. So those are like k-means algorithm, hierarchical clustering algorithm, hidden Markov model. So by saying this all, you will find these names is new, but once you enter in the field of this, then definitely you will have idea, and you will be habituated to use to this algorithm. Coming to the association, so it discovered the probability of co-occurrence of items in collections. See, initially, I think you are feeling clumsy on this clustering and association. So let us move with example. Let us move with the example of algorithm with the real-time product what we are using right now. So it will be helpful. So now this is a cluster. A cluster. We have see there are different data. Three categories are there. From that three, all the three categories are mixed up with everyone, and it classifies by creating its cluster. I think you know the meaning of word cluster. So it creates small clusters for every category. Okay, and based on that, it performs algorithm and it gives result that this is belongs to this cluster, this value is belongs to that cluster, and this everything can be given by that. So that is what clustering. Now I'm going to show you the clustering demo, like how this k-means clustering algorithm works. Okay, so as I think you all are aware that the definition of algorithm is step-by-step representation of the program, right? So for that, we have first step is we need to take the initialize 2 points called cluster centroid. So here you are identifying two triangles, orange triangle and green triangle. So these 2 points are centroid for that particular cluster. Then, based upon the distance from orange cluster centroid and green cluster centroid, it will group itself into particular category. Now, suppose there are these black dots are suppose mixed combination of orange and green triangles. So, based on that, like how uh, attraction works, they are seeing uh, orange color. So orange color will be like clustered in one group, and green colors will be clustered in one group. So like it's totally like how we are clusterizing everything. So likewise our machine is also able to do that. So see in this slide you are observing that it is creating the clusters. So these two clusters are created by this k-means algorithms. Okay, so this is performing clustering. See, whenever we want to like receive all the centroids, now we have suppose orange and green. Suppose we have, let us consider scale and sharpener. So like otherwise more than two also we can keep scales, sharpener, pencils, ball pen. So everything we can keep together, and it identifies the points, and based on that it creates its own clusters and give the better results to the user. See how beautiful when we are not there and we want to our system to work like us, then definitely we can use avail these all facilities. Okay, so this is how our k-means clustering works. So this was a good example of uh, clustering algorithm. Okay, so now association. I think in this lockdown period, everyone visits this D-marts or Big Bazaar or any supermarket. So what they do is, in how machine learning works there is, suppose I am one customer. I am buying bread, butter, fruits, and wheat. There is another customer who buys bread, salt, rice, and butter. Okay, after these two customers shopping, when third customer comes, how a seller, how a businessman can predict that what a third customer will purchase. So for that purpose, we make use of association rule mining. So for that, if a person is buying bread, then it is sure that the same person is going to buy butter also. So it gives suggestion. So if you are, see how in online shopping also we are buying this particular mobile, so at that time we are getting that you can order your screen guard, you can order your mobile cover. So this everything gets predict. How it gets predict, this is what the beauty of association rule mining is. Using association rule mining of unsupervised learning, it gives us the best predictions of our customers. There is another projects also, we can say that in mall, I think you may google like malls customers, like malls customers visitors, malls visitor predictions. That is also a latest things going in the market, right? Whether a mall owner can predict that how many visitors will they have in one day based on this all unsupervised learning association rule mining. Okay, so this is what our unsupervised learning. Let us come to the reinforcement learning. What is reinforcement learning? Nihar, you told that supervised learning is for labeled data, unsupervised learning is for unlabeled data. Then what is reinforcement learning? So reinforcement learning involves teaching the machine to think for itself. See, now uh, we when we want to when we want our machine to think like us, so for that purpose we made use of supervised and unsupervised learning. But when you want to think machine to, like when we want like machine should think by itself, so for that purpose we make use of reinforcement learning. Generally coming to the real time environment, there are very less companies who are using this particular learning technique. Generally maximum of companies are using supervised and unsupervised learning. So for that, just I'm giving brief idea, as this is a brief introduction session. I'm giving just brief idea to you. I think in childhood, everyone played video games like Super Mario. So let us consider example of Super Mario's game. In Super Mario's, it performs in that what it does is, uh, suppose I have one company. I can give a best example rather than the Super Mario. Some might not aware of that game. So let me give you another example. I have one company and I am delivering product to my clients, and I want to grow by myself. I want my company to continuous growing, definitely, right? So for that purpose, what I do is I will take feedback from my each and every client. Suppose I have delivered this project, I will get feedback of that, and based on that feedback I will implement that in my employees and in my company working environment. So this will be helpful for my company's growth. So this is called reinforcement learning. For that, like feedback and implementing the feedback, so that is called a kind of reinforcement learning in machine learning. So for that purpose we make use of q learning algorithm. temporal difference algorithm, deep adversarial networks algorithm. So these are some basic algorithms used for reinforcement learning. Okay, now we have identified what are the types of machine learning, how we use machine learning, but now we all of us have questions like what kind of programming language can we use to implement machine learning. So there are two programming language. One is R and another one is Python. Uh, as I am good in Python and I'm certified in Python, I will say good for Python. It is not like that, but generally in India, almost 90% of the company who are working on machine learning are making use of Python for implementing machine learning algorithms. Why? Because it is simple. See, in this slide itself, Python, what is Python? Python is a multi-paradigm programming language. So it does not have any paradigm. It is a lightweight. Okay, so it is like loosely typed. We should not give any semicolon. We should not open braces. We should not close brackets. Just we need to follow indentation. That's it. With that, we can perform. We can use like execute a Python scripts. So what are the advantage of using Python in our case of machine learning? First, it is a simple, as I told you, and to perform machine learning algorithms, nowadays generally every company, every client, they require a less amount of their coding. Like they must do less coding. So for that purpose also Python supports standard and large amount of library. So just if we want to perform any kind of uses of any library, just we can call that library or the package or the module in our program. And that's what how we can execute just by calling, just by typing one line of code. So for that purpose also we can use Python. It is interacting mode. Just this diagram also represent that it is an interactive mode language. It is an embedded. It can be combined with any other programming language. See, if you want to combine Python with Java, there is another programming language as Python. If you want to combine Python with C, there is another programming language, C Python. Likewise, Iron Python. There are many kind of flavors available. For Android also, we have Q Python. So this is how we can embed it. We can embedding the Python with any other programming language, and we can code anywhere as if it is a free. It is there is nothing to pay. Should not pay anything for that. Rami phone okay, so we can code it anywhere. Just we can download for free of course in any by any browser, and we can code anywhere. It has easy elegant syntax. As I told, we should not follow any kind of restriction of semicolon or parentheses, anything. We should not follow anything. So these are all the beauties of Python. So for that purpose we can make use of Python for implementing machine learning algorithm. So this is how I introduce Python with machine learning to all of you, and I hope this will be helping for all of you to be into the field of machine learning, and you will find it interesting as much as you enter in the field of machine learning. So thank you everyone, and with this I hand over this to the team of organization.
Thank you. Thank, thank you, Nihar. Now, today, our experts are here with us. There are many questions from users, viewers here, and I want to tell you one thing that Professor S. Sasirekha from Anai Mira College of Engineering and Technology is also here. Professor
Thank you,
Sampan Shah
ma'am.
from LD Engineering is also here. All the faculty members of Computer Science and Engineering Department and BVOC Software Development Department of RNGPIT are watching this webinar. Dr. Lateshmi Chaudhary, sir, Principal of RNGPIT, is also joined here, and he's also watching this webinar. Now, our experts are here, so I want to ask one thing. First question from Jai Misri: can we use only Python in machine learning? If we can use any other programming language, which language is that?
Yeah, if we want to use any other language,
Yes.
Actually, yes, Nihar.
Uh,
Are you
yes,
facing
ma'am.
like
Please.
technical problem?
due to that syntax and everything, generally every companies are recommending Python, but we can use our program. We can use
Actually,
Java also if we want to do more coding.
Okay.
uh, Karan sir, if you want to, Python is a base language, as already Mr. Nihar told, as it is a very easy coding language. It is having a large libraries of machine learning, so that's why it is easy
Yes.
language, because it is easy to implement your code. But you can go with the other tool also. When you are starting with the machine learning, you should know the knowledge of some statistics also. So you can go with the R tool also. Okay, R programming can be a one language. Even you can go with the MATLAB also. Now MATLAB is also having the many of the machine learning libraries already available. But again, it is a paid version, so you need to purchase a license. So in that case, you should go with the Python, as it is an open source tool, open source language, and you can use it. So that's why Python is the best language.
Yeah,
And here, ma'am, I also want to add something that Python is also providing so many libraries, which are TensorFlow and Keras and
Scikit-learn,
yes,
Scikit-learn
scikit-learn.
is a
So all these are very important for machine learning, so that you don't have to do much coding for that. So using just 2 or 3 lines, your work can be easily done. So that is why Python is also a very good language for machine learning.
So we can say, if
Okay.
you are a beginner,
Yes,
you should start with the basic Python.
basic Python. Yes.
Go with the machine learning.
exactly.
You should learn the pandas, that is the how to handle the data. Then you should move to the scikit-learn. Then if you want to go ahead, then you should go with the TensorFlow. And again you want to change something, then you can go with the Keras. This is the sequence. Then you can go with this implementation.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. The other question is, what are the best online courses for beginning in machine learning? Yes.
Uh,
Hello.
Yes. Yes,
yes,
Bhattacharya
sir.
ma'am.
Yes, sir. There are so many courses available. Currently, even from Coursera also, there are so many online courses are available, like machine learning with Python. These courses are provided by a very reputed university, like University of Michigan and all those universities. So students can also learn with Coursera, and still our NPTEL program, NPTEL has also some very good courses related to machine learning and Python also. So students can learn from those online courses.
Okay.
So actually, you can go with the Karan, you can go with the, as ma'am told, Coursera. Then you should go with the NPTEL. Then Udacity is also a good option. Then even IBM have taken initiative to enter into this academics. IBM Cognitive Class, that is also, they are offering so many courses under people to enroll themselves without paying any type of fees. So these are the very good courses you can start.
Okay. Now question to Nihar, Mr. Nihar Sukhadia, that is there any connection of cloud to machine learning?
Exactly, there is a connection with cloud of machine learning. As some of you might have aware of Azure Cloud. So we can use machine learning to implement our cloud facilities for our client, and for that also I can recommend to learn Azure ML Cloud Service. So that is the best solution and best examples also.
Okay. One question is for Dr. Desai, that is, what is the right path to enter into the field of machine learning?
So as I think already I told that basically you should go with the basics of R, or you should go with the basics of Python. Then so you should know some knowledge of the statistics. Okay, if you want to implement your own code, or if you want to implement your own system, then you should have some knowledge of the basic statistical knowledge. Then you should have a knowledge of the data, as Mr. Nihar already explained. Because when you are going with the machine learning, data is very much important, because we are giving a training to the machine. Okay, so when you are giving a training to the machine, we are providing input. So data is a critical part. If your data is wrong, if your data is missing, if your data is invalid, then your machine will learn the invalid things. Okay, so how you can handle your data, that you should know, and then you should be able to implement machine learning with the Python. So these basic steps.
Yes. Many students are asking to Mr. Nihar that which is more coder friendly language. Actually, students are
Owner friendly language.
coder.
It is like
मतलब
there is
coder
nothing like
friendly.
owner friendliness. There is nothing like owner friendliness, but whatever the language we are finding useful for our projects, we can make use of. For machine learning, we can make use of Python.
Yeah.
It is depends on
Good.
our project requirements. That is only the main thing.
Right. Exactly. So actually, to learn a language, as per my point of view, we need only 15 days. Okay. Just like a baby is learning a language, when baby is learning a language. In the same way, if we are going to learn a new language in for computer science, then I think 15 days are enough to get the knowledge of basics of particular language. So there are so many online courses, so coder friendly. You whatever I want to add, make your friend. Okay, choose your friend and make it coder friendly. Okay,
Exactly.
and yes, the one
And
question is yes, please, yes, Nihar.
yeah, one more thing I can add with your answer is like if we have 15 days, as we are from computer background, see there is no end of any programming language. Once we are get into the basic of that language, then definitely we should explore by ourselves in that field based on our interest and our requirement.
Yes, very true. The other thing the students are asking that what are the machine learning starting salaries in India? Scope of machine
Yeah,
learning. Yes, please.
yeah. So there is a huge scope of machine learning in India, and once you, if you are a fresher in the field of IT industry, your salary will be around 4.5 lakhs to 6.5 lakhs. And if you are with some experience and if you are masterized in the in the field of machine learning, then definitely you will have a salary about 10 lakhs to 20 lakhs, depends on your company and your experience and your designation. Suppose
Okay.
but if you are a fresher and if you still want to get into the field of machine learning, and if you want to get your job in machine learning, then definitely you should go for certification. Without certification, because in machine learning we have data, so none of the company will trust any of the fresher employee to share the client data. If you are certified and if you are well knowledge in the field of machine learning, then definitely you will get hired as a fresher in the field of machine learning. Otherwise, there are less scopes until you get certified.
Okay, that's true. That go with the online courses, and
Exactly.
yes, Nihar, just kindly give the explanation and some suggestion regarding LinkedIn profile. How the
LinkedIn. Yeah.
certificate, yes, how it is helpful for job. So kindly please elaborate it for the student.
Yeah, LinkedIn is like professional Facebook. Now, generally, we all of us are using Facebook. But if we are in the profession, if we are in the software industry, then we must use LinkedIn as our Facebook. We in LinkedIn is like we have to update all our skills into our profile. Suppose I am Microsoft certified in Python, then definitely I must mention that. I must mention my certificate. I must attach my certificate and all my skills to my profile. So when any company looks for their recruitment, suppose now there are startup companies, they does not want to go for big recruitment. So for that purpose, what companies do is they they search LinkedIn profiles. They match your skill and your abilities of as you have mentioned in your profile with their requirements, and based on that they will contact you by for offering the job offers. So I can say that with LinkedIn, you can achieve job also if your profile is very good maintained in LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is, we should use like Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp the same for that. Like how much amount of time you are spending on Facebook, the same amount of time if you are spending on searching and browsing and creating your profile on LinkedIn, that will be a very good opportunity for you to enter in the field of IT and for a great achievements and for the great salary hikes also.
Thank you so much. So it means from this webinar, the students can get the message that create your LinkedIn profile also and maintain it very well, so they can get the good opportunity for the job.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, one question is to Professor Bhagyashree Patel, ma'am. Ma'am is handling Tinkering Laboratory
Yes.
in RNG Patel Institute of Technology. So, ma'am, one question is that can you suggest one small project based on machine learning, and they can students can apply in using Python for getting started in the field of machine learning?
Sir, there are so many projects you can consider because for Python, I think Python is nowadays for IoT, Python is widely used. So for each and every IoT projects, you can use Python. With Raspberry Pi, you can easily integrate the Python, and you can easily code in Python. Currently, our students, so many students are working in for Raspberry Pi and for IoT projects. Currently, my students are also working for my student group. I was also working from third eye on cattle. So there are so many kettles for which we can eye on them. We can also detect that how much milk are provided by the cows and how the vaccination are provided for the cows. So this can be also done using Python and using uh, you can say IoT. So for IoT, you can always do with Python. So Python is the language you can use for IoT.
Okay, thank you, Bhagyashree, ma'am.
So
And
actually,
one question is
one thing,
yes,
Karan, one
yes.
thing I want to add with this, Bhagyashree, man, if you want to go with the connection of software and hardware, both,
Yes.
want to go in this manner, then Python is the best language you should go with.
Okay.
Yes.
Ma'am, just last question is with Dr. Madhvi Desai, ma'am. Ma'am, in the research field, if we are considering the post-COVID scenario after Corona, and how machine learning will be helpful to human and society, just give few
See,
examples for that.
means if we are considering actually I can say we need to first learn what can be done with the machine learning and what cannot be done with the machine learning. Okay,
Okay.
if you are considering the corona effect, And if you want to first optimize this, or if you want to get the solution using machine learning or artificial intelligence, first you need to find out, or you need to create some database. For example, I'm saying that I want to detect the pneumonia. Okay, I'm having some of the reports of the X-rays. If there are some scratches are available or some problems are available into that X-rays, maybe human can easily detect that there are some problems are available. But when you are giving a training to the machine, you need a perfect data set. Okay, so if we are thinking about the implementation of this particular thing with the corona, first we need to be clear, because we are creating machine, we are giving a brain to the machine. Okay, so first we need to learn itself. So if we are this problem, first if we are clear that what we need, then we can easily implement with the machine.
Okay. Thank you.
Otherwise,
Thank you, ma'am. And the last thing I want from young technocrat, Mr. Nihar Sukhadia, can you give one message to engineering students that how they can build up their career using machine learning, if they are from computer science or they are from another branch also, how they can build up their career in the field of machine learning? Yes.
Yeah. If you want to, as Madhavi ma'am told about the path of machine learning, if you are really interested, as I told, all the advantages and the future is machine learning. So as I told everything like that, and already I declared what is the salary of the ML professionals. So for that, you just think for that and start learning. Keep on learning. See, we are IT professionals, and if we are students, then we are going to be IT professionals. So why not waiting? Why waiting? We should start. Let's start learning. Use online facilities to learn during this lockdown. Otherwise, go to the institute, improve your skills, enhance your knowledge, use the opportunity to deliver the best solution in the market. So by that, there will be a demand for you personally in the industry.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Nihar Sukhadia, for being
you,
with
sir.
us. Interesting sessions. Many students are giving me very good feedback on this particular session. Thank you, Dr. Madhvi Desai, Professor Bhagyashree Patel, for being with us as an expert and elaborate the field of machine learning here and making the concept clear with all the students, all faculty members, that how we can work with in the field of machine learning. I think at the end, I need one message from Dr. Madhvi Desai, Head of Computer Science and Engineering Department, regarding this webinar. Yes, ma'am.
hello.
Hello. Yes, ma'am. At the end, we need the last message from your side in the field of. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, with this session, I think it is a wonderful session, Mr. Nihar. And with this, if we can say, I want to give a message to all my students of RNG Patel Institute of Technology, Computer Engineering Department, and Software Development students, that you should learn, and the basic we have already discussed. We have discussed so many courses also available here. And if we are talking about the future, 2020, if I'm not talking 2013, 30, it is a field of artificial intelligence and machine learning only. And there are so many engineers who are not computer engineer even. They are getting the good information regarding the machine learning. So definitely you need to learn. And I want to add with this topic that, and all the audience also, on the 27th, we are coming with upcoming session again with the industry experts. That is the future trends of artificial intelligence. What are the basic projects you can start up, and what is actually AI, and what is machine learning. So you can join us again on 27th, 5 to 6, regarding future, or we can say career opportunities in artificial intelligence and machine learning.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for being with us, and keep visit us on www.fetr.ac.in. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Madhavi ma'am, and Latesh sir, Karan sir, and whole RNGPIT management team, and all the professors, and all my viewers who got knowledge. I hope this whole webinar is used for you, and I hope to see you all in the field of machine learning. Thank you,
Yeah,
everyone.
definitely. Thank you. Thank you so much.